All right, guys, you have been asking for it and we've been working on it. We are finally releasing the 704 gear fixed blade knife in two different variations and two different color handles. The first one is going to be the Baron, which is our straight edge 4.5-inch blade with 14C28N steel, full tang design, and G10 handles. And the second is going to be the Rogue with the exact same specs and features with a slightly different blade profile and serrated edge. This is also something you guys have been asking for, is a serrated edge knife option. We felt like it made sense to try it out in a fixed blade version, especially because all of the survival applications that you would use a serrated edge for. They're going to all come with a Kydex sheath and our lifetime warranty. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the specs and features and the overall kind of reasoning behind this particular knife and what I feel like this knife is going to be good for. To start off with, the MSRP on these guys is right around $50. We're generally going to be selling for right around $48, $49, but for the launch of this video, they're $39.99 to really get you guys to, hey, give them a try for 40 bucks. Again, that's a pretty good value for 14C28N steel, full tang G10 handles, and a Kydex sheath. The other thing is every order right now is shipping with a free 704 gear patch, and this is the patch that you're going to get with every single order. So this is going to come with that knife. On top of that, we also have some other knives on sale and free shipping on orders over $50, and we're also upgrading the shipping methods right now, so it has a better chance of arriving before Christmas. The sooner you watch this, the sooner you order, the more likely it is gonna ship on time. But again, we're upgrading that shipping. Now, let's dig into the specs and features of this knife and talk a little bit more about its performance. The first thing I do want to mention is the material choices. We chose 14C28N steel because it's got a little bit better corrosion resistance than some of the D2 we were using in our folders. Now, for a fixed blade knife that may remain in a kit or maybe in survival applications where you're batoning wood and cutting things up and in the rain, we felt like corrosion resistance on the 14C28N was going to be a little bit better, and these are black coated blades. I've actually been testing the prototype and production versions now for well over 6 months, and they've been working out absolutely great. I've got some of the prototypes to show you in a second. The other thing we chose is G10 handles, and it has very minor texturing in here, so it's reasonably smooth on your hands, but it's got a very nice palm swell right here and indentions that you can get a good grip on the knife. I wear size large mechanics gloves, so even if your hands are a little bit larger, you can still get a good hold on this knife. Now, that G10 handle is going to be nice for all weather, just in general. It's going to hold up well over time, and it's a good material we like to use on a lot of our knives. We also have sort of a glass-breaking pommel on the end. I've shattered a couple of windows with this. For me, this just comes to a point as either a defensive striking tool, or again, you can knock out a window if needs be, and a lanyard hole or a lashing point for survival applications. Now, moving up here, we do have a nice taper right at the end of the handle, allowing you to either kind of choke up on the blade for fine tasks or cutting tasks, or you can kind of even choke up even more and get a good grip on this knife. It also protects your hand from sliding up. Now, batoning wood is very simple. We have a fairly thick blade stock, so you can go in there and chop through wood, no problems whatsoever, and we've been cutting through everything. Car tires, as you can see in the intro, and just it's been holding up great. The 14C28N steel holds a great edge, and it's really nice for corrosion resistance. Now, another thing I want to mention about this knife is the flat edge on the back is pretty darn good at striking a fire steel. And this was the fire steel I was using. Not going to do it in the house, but it does strike fairly good with no real issues. Well, okay, I'll probably do it. So, I mean, it strikes really good. I don't want to do it much more than that. Also, you can see on that striking surface, the coating holds up really well. Even striking against that, you just have a little bit right there. We've been striking and using this. So that coating that we're using is doing a very good job of holding up to wear. Now, the serrated blade is going to have a slightly different edge profile. You're going to have a little bit more of a belly for kind of like chopping and digging in, but very similar blade profiles. The serrations are really nice through cutting through cordage or different survival applications. But again, we give you both options. We also offer it with the FDE color variation right here. So 2 color variations. It's going to be the black and the FDE, so you can pick exactly what you want, and all of the color variations are going to be $40. Now, I do want to focus on the sheath a little bit. So we're using a Kydex sheath. We've got lash points here, as well as a really robust pocket clip, and it kind of offsets the sheath from the clip itself to allow you to gain access to this when you clip it into your belt. You can see it'll clip into your belt or your pants and wrap around your belt and lock into place. We also have this shelf for your thumb, so you can easily pop out that knife. The retention on this is going to be amazing. I mean, really good retention. If you feel like this is too much retention, what you can do is apply a little bit of heat via heat gun, light, or something right there. Pop this out about halfway, heat that up, and then let it cool, and you'll feel that kind of like tension point right there, and then you can heat it up, let it cool, and the tension will be less on that if you feel like this is too much tension. But we wanted to have a good solid lockup because we don't want this coming out of the sheath, and I feel like it's a great hybrid between a great lockup but still very easy to pop out with no issues. So really nice, I think, interface and user interface with the sheath itself. The other cool thing about this is that you can actually rotate the clip. So you can hear it lock into place. So you can clip this onto your belt to carry it at an angle. So if you're carrying it from behind, you can carry it like that. If you're doing a cross body draw, you can carry it at an angle, and that angle will also go the other direction. You can also carry it completely horizontally if you're clipping this on a kit or a pack or something like that, or you can flip it all the way upside down, and you may figure, why do you want to do that? Again, we have really strong retention, so if you did want to carry it upside down, that retention is going to hold it into place. And I'm going to show you guys another feature that you can utilize that for. When you flip it completely upside down, you can run this into a mag pouch. I actually loosened up the tension right here on this one, and that way the clip itself holds the sheath inside the plate carrier. This is one of the ones we've been testing down on the land and really abusing, and it's been holding up great. So you can see that that's going to lock into place right there, yet if you need to draw this quickly out of something, you can, and the sheath stays into place when you flip that clip over. So a nice touch, I think, on that sheath that a lot of other guys aren't doing. That allows you to have a lot of carry options without necessarily disassembling your entire sheath to get that going. I'm a huge fan of this knife. I'm a little bit biased because this is my company. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Not going to be deleting comments, so I want to hear your honest opinions. And again, right now for a limited time, these are going to be $40 on our website, free shipping over $50 for the 704 Gear fixed blade knife. Again, all the info and linking will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.